The three heavens described in the Bible. Do you ever get the feeling that you're missing something big? We live in a world that's constantly pulling our attention in a million different directions. We're busy chasing success, building careers, and trying to find comfort and security, storing up our treasures right here on Earth. But what if we're storing them in the wrong place? What if the world we see every day is just a tiny fraction of the total picture? The Bible talks about not one, but three distinct heavens. Now, this isn't just some interesting theological trivia. It's a foundational truth that can completely change how you see your daily struggles, your purpose, and where you're ultimately headed. In this video, we're going to explore these three realms, from the sky you see every day, all the way to the throne room of God Himself. Stick with me, because understanding this divine layout can unlock a life of deeper meaning and unshakable hope. Most of us are taught to live with our eyes fixed on what's right in front of us. The next goal, the bigger house, the financial security we think will finally bring us peace. We're told to be practical, to build our lives on solid ground. But the Word of God flips that entire worldview on its head. It asks a radical question. What good is it to gain the whole world but lose your own soul? The Bible reveals a reality that's bigger than what we see. A divine structure of three heavens that holds the key to our true purpose. Understanding this is what shifts our focus from the temporary to the eternal, from the seen to the unseen. And it all starts by simply looking up. Section 1. The first heaven. The realm of God's daily faithfulness. The first heaven is the one we all know. It's the sky, the atmosphere above us where birds fly and clouds form. In Genesis, God called this expanse sky. This is the heaven God sends the rain from, as promised in Deuteronomy, to show His constant provision. When you look up and see the clouds, or feel the wind on your face, you're experiencing the first heaven. It's the most tangible and observable of the three realms. But it's so much more than just the air we breathe. The first heaven is like a daily sermon, a constant reminder of God's faithfulness. The psalmist wrote, "The heavens declare the glory of God, the skies proclaim the work of His hands." Every single sunrise is a testament to His consistency. Every bird that finds its food, just as Jesus mentioned in Matthew 6:26, is a living example of His care. He said, "Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or store away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them." This heaven is God's promise painted across the sky, a reminder that the same Creator who commands the clouds and feeds the sparrows is deeply involved in the details of our lives. We're constantly told to rely on our own strength, to build our own security, and to live in a state of anxious self-reliance. But the first heaven calls us to a totally different way of life. It invites us to look at the birds and flowers and to trust a Father who provides. It's a call to trade our earthly anxieties for a heavenly perspective. This is a foundational truth. If God is so faithful in the physical realm we can see, how much more can we trust Him with the spiritual realities we can't? This visible heaven is our starting point, the first layer of a much deeper reality and the stage for God's natural miracles. Section 2. The second heaven, the arena of cosmic conflict. Beyond our familiar sky, there's another realm. The Bible points to a second heaven, the vast expanse of outer space, where the sun, moon, and stars hang. Psalm 19 talks about this cosmic theater showing God's handiwork, and Isaiah 13:10 describes the stars and constellations in this celestial heaven. This is the heaven of galaxies and planets, a jaw-dropping display of God's infinite power, and its sheer scale is meant to humble us and remind us how great our Creator is. However, many Bible scholars believe this second heaven isn't just physical space, but also a spiritual arena. It's here, in this realm between our world and God's throne, that a great cosmic conflict is taking place. Ephesians 6:12 tells us, "For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms." This verse pulls back the curtain on our reality. It explains why life so often feels like a battle. That spiritual friction you feel, that sense that forces are actively working against your faith, that's the war raging in the second heaven. Some interpretations see this as the domain of fallen spiritual beings who influence cultures and individuals. The book of Daniel gives us a stunning glimpse of this. When Daniel prayed, a messenger angel was sent with an answer, but he was blocked for 21 days by a demonic entity called the Prince of the Persian Kingdom. It took the Archangel Michael to break through and help him. This is the conflict in our story. It explains the struggle. We are living in occupied territory, not neutral ground. There's a battle being fought for your attention, for your soul, and for your destiny. This isn't meant to make you afraid, but to make you aware. It's a call to realize our deepest struggles are often more than just psychological or circumstantial. They're spiritual. The frustration and confusion we feel are often just fallout from a battle we can't see. But here's the crucial truth. We aren't meant to fight it alone. If this look at the heavens is opening your eyes to a deeper spiritual reality, and if you're finding it valuable, take a quick second to subscribe. We're all about uncovering these profound biblical truths that empower you to live with purpose and an eternal perspective. Join the community so you don't miss what's coming next. Section 3. The Third Heaven, the Ultimate Destination, and Divine Hope. The battle in the second heaven is real, but it's not the end of the story. Beyond the spiritual war zone lies our ultimate destination. Beyond the sky and the stars is the third heaven, the very dwelling place of God. This is the realm the Apostle Paul talked about in 2 Corinthians 12 when he was caught up to the third heaven. He called it paradise, a place so glorious he heard inexpressible things, things that no one is permitted to tell. This isn't a place of conflict, but of perfect peace. It's not a realm of shadows, but of pure, unfiltered light. The third heaven is the control room of the universe, where angels cry, "Holy, holy, holy," and the redeemed cast their crowns at the feet of Jesus. It is what Jesus called his Father's house, promising in John 14:2, "I am going there to prepare a place for you." This is the ultimate hope, the promise that makes every earthly struggle completely worth it. The Bible calls this place the heavenly Jerusalem, a city designed and built by God himself. It's a place where, as Revelation 21:4 promises, God will wipe every tear from our eyes. There will be no more death, or sadness, or crying, or pain. Imagine a reality without fear, anxiety, sickness, or loss. Imagine being in the direct presence of perfect love and joy. That is the third heaven. It's our true home. It's the inheritance secured for us, not by anything we did, but by the finished work of Jesus Christ on the cross. Understanding the third heaven reframes everything. It's the anchor for our soul in the middle of life's storms, and the hope that gives us strength to endure the battles on our way there. Section 4. The Application. Living with an Eternal Perspective. So, what does all this mean for you and me on a Monday morning? How does knowing about these three heavens actually change how we live? It changes everything. This divine map gives us a powerful new perspective, shifting our focus from what's temporary to what's eternal. First, the first heaven, Aswa, is a daily reminder of God's tangible faithfulness. When you're feeling anxious about your finances or your future, just look up. The same God who paints the sunrise and feeds the birds is watching over you. His provision is constant. Second, understanding the second heaven gives your struggles context. When you face opposition that feels overwhelming, you can recognize it for what it is: spiritual warfare. This empowers you to stop fighting in your own strength. It's your cue to put on the full armor of God described in Ephesians and rely on the power of Christ, who has already won the victory. You're not just having a bad day. You're a soldier in a spiritual war, and your commander has already secured the outcome. Finally, and most importantly, fixing your eyes on the Fidao and third heaven gives you an unshakable hope. Are you living for eternity, or are you consumed by the temporary chase? Jesus warned us not to store up treasures on earth, where they can be destroyed, but to store up treasures in heaven. When you know your true home is a place of unimaginable glory, the appeal of earthly praise and possessions starts to fade. The trials of this life become what Paul called light and momentary troubles that are preparing for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all. This gives you purpose. You're no longer just building a career. You're building for eternity. You're no longer just managing relationships. You're loving people with an eternal home in mind. Through conclusion, we've journeyed through the three heavens in the Bible. The first, our sky, is a daily declaration of God's provision. The second, the cosmos, is a theater of His power and the arena for unseen spiritual conflict. And the third, God's home, is our ultimate destination and eternal hope. This isn't just interesting information, it's an invitation to shift your entire perspective. Stop chasing temporary things that will fade and start investing in the eternal treasures of the kingdom. Live each day knowing that you are a citizen of heaven, just temporarily residing on earth. Your struggles are real and have a spiritual dimension, but your hope has a divine guarantee. What you do today matters forever. Live with the third heaven in your heart. Let that hope fuel your worship, guide your choices, and comfort you in your trials. If this message has given you a new sense of purpose and hope, please share this video with someone who needs to hear it. And I'd love to hear from you. In the comments below, tell me, how does understanding the three heavens change how you view your own life? Thanks for watching, and may you live every day in the light of your glorious eternal destiny.